almost forgot my biggest favorite. The first question says, what's a challenge you overcame this year? Another surprise of my life is where I am currently in a relationship. Oh my god. Wow, I almost forgot. I feel like this year has been very long and I've done so many things. Woo. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Irene and feel at home. I am doing the last video of the year. Yes, well, the girl had COVID. Yes, we finally got the Rona. It's a shock, but we are surviving. I was down for about a week or two and I'm doing pretty fine. Yeah, today is literally the 30th of December. I'm going to answer questions that I got from the podcast that I like listening to. It's called On Purpose with SHETTY, and he shared a couple of questions and I felt like they're really nice to reflect on and ask yourself as well. So if you like these questions, you can go ahead and ask yourself as well. So this is me sitting down here answering to these questions. Or I'm going to link and write the name of the podcast. I hope it's on YouTube as well because I only listen from my podcasts. The first question says, what's a challenge you overcame this year? To me, the challenge that I overcame this year was really being soft on myself, not going hard on myself, because looking back to the past 4-5 years since I've been here, or looking at the early months, I've been working really hard. I'm a person that works really hard, so something that I had to challenge myself and overcome was to go easy on myself, because last time I actually got sick, and when I looked back, it was because of working really hard. So I wanted to balance everything that I'm doing, not to overwork myself, not to put too much pressure on me. So I was my own challenge, and also I wanted to maintain my weight. Those are the kind of challenges I had to face this year, because there was a point whereby I had to maintain my weight. I love losing weight, but then that makes me sick, so I had to have the healthy weight and not to be overweight. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of hard, but yeah, we are closing the year on the 6th. Now I'm currently 62 kgs thanks to COVID again, because there's a time I went to 64 and I wanted to go back to 61 or 62, and yeah, COVID made it simple, gave me a simple diet, and here we are. The second question says, what did you learn from it? Meaning that, what did you learn from the challenge that you overcame this year? Well, what I learned is that working hard is really not a life. I mean, life is what we have now, and life is what we are living at the moment. That is something that I learned from that. And I also learned that not overworking myself is also living and succeeding, because there are areas of my life that I've been able to change. For instance, I've become a better person. Like, I had to step down and work on myself as a person, as a sister, as a woman. Yes, I'm 26. I'm a woman, child. Yeah, I had to work on myself as a woman. I had to work on myself as a friend. I had to work on myself as a girlfriend, you know. Like, I had to work on so many things, and I really can see the huge difference that I've made. So it's also something else that I learned from the challenge that I had to overcome. I also came to realize that I can actually live with all that I have, and I can still be happy, and everything can just seem perfect to me. It's all, I mean, I learned that life is how I define it. Happiness, success is what you define it. So not overworking myself, and somehow overworking yourself doesn't mean you are making things right. So it's also something that I learned. The other question says, what surprise did you get this year? Well, I would say to the end of the year, the surprise that I got is getting COVID. Wow, I never thought in my entire life that I would get that. But you know, it's life and things happen. And another surprise of my life is where I am currently in a relationship. Oh my god, everything has been moving differently, and I don't know, it's a surprise. Like my relationship life is a surprise to me this year, so it is what it is. Maybe one day I'll come sit down and open up on that, but it's one of the things that have surprised me this year. Whatever it is, shocked me. Another surprise this year, maybe what has surprised me, is the person that I found out that I am, the person that I found out that I could be. I've come to realize that I can be a family person. I didn't know that about myself. I came to learn and realize that I can be a mother, thanks to Eunice for making me realize that. Eunice is my young sister. I love you so much, baby girl. Yeah, nothing else, you know, that at this point nothing shocks me anymore, so I didn't have much of surprises. Those are the surprises from me. Another question says, something that I bought and I'm proud of myself. Well, listening to the podcast, it meant like a gadget or something. So for me, I feel like the education, I invested on my education, whether it's my master's or other programs that I've been doing. Yeah, I've been learning about fashion and luxury. Yes, you know, the courses that you have to pay for. Yeah, that is something that I paid for or I bought, and I'm proud of myself. It's in terms of gadgets, so for me, I kind of have like a routine or something that I feel like every year I need to buy myself something as a gift, whether it's big or small. And this year I didn't buy myself such a huge thing, but it's something that I'm proud of myself. I changed my computer, I got a better PC, so yeah. Another question says, the best book or the best podcast you listened to or read this year? Well, I read so many books, and I think like this year I've been kind of repeating the books that I've read before, or I'm reflecting back. But I feel like when it comes to the podcast by SHETTY, I feel like it's really good. The questions there or the visitors that he brings on the show is really nice, so it's one of my favorite podcasts this year. But also my spiritual podcast, whereby I listen to Transformation Church as well as Joel Osteen. I love those as well, so they were the best podcasts I listened to, and I needed them as well. Ooh, I almost forgot my biggest favorite. Wow, so this year I started listening to Vusi Tembekwayo, and this is one of the people in my life that sent me and introduced me to Vusi. Thank you so much, Dad, if you're watching this. Thank you. This favorite podcast is called Ideas That Matter by Vusi Tembekwayo. I really love that. Wow, I almost forgot. I feel like this year has been very long and I've done so many things. Ooh. Well, when it comes to books, I've read a couple of books, but I've loved Atomic Habits, and I've also loved this book. It's called The Courage to Be Disliked. I really loved it. It's kind of like philosophy, and there's a philosopher and a youth having a conversation are books that I really loved this year, and so many more. I've read a couple of books, and I feel like all of them built me in a very different way. So, but my favorites, if I was to choose, I would choose The Courage to Be Disliked, and I'll also go for Atomic Habits. Another question says, what's my blind spot next year? So for me, I feel like the blind spot next year, I really want to see how more growth am I gonna be onto, and I can't say financially, but I want to see. I know that I want to work harder, especially on my YouTube channel, but I'm still trying to juggle on that, like how is it gonna be, you understand? And also still as a person. Not much into this, the blind spots, because I feel like I have so many things that I've started and I still have to work on those, but I want to see how the wheel goes. The last question says, who is the person that made a huge difference in your life this year? Well, child, well, a person that made a huge difference in my life this year, I would give it to so many people, and I kind of had this conversation or this question with my friends. I would say this year, to begin with, I would go with uni, as I said. Uni has also opened up the side of me that I didn't know about, so she made a huge difference in my life. She's my young sister, but I feel like this year I've been able to understand, and through her I can change myself. It's like she has been my coursework into being a mother, into the motherhood. And another person that I would say has changed my life, there's so many people that touched my life this year. I'm so grateful for all the new friends I've made, for all the new people that I've met. It's really amazing and nice. I'm grateful for each and every one of them. But yeah, I'm thankful and grateful. And to me, I feel like a person to touch and change your life, it doesn't mean to be on positive way only. So this is how I can say, sometimes people touch your life or affect you negatively, but then it turns out to be something good. You know, they say take the lemons and make lemonades that are thrown on you, okay? The stones thrown at you, use them to build a house. I feel like also that's part of those. But thankfully I didn't have negativity this year. There's no one that I can look back at and feel like they hurt me or did something bad. So yeah. And that being said, marks the end of this video. I'm wishing you a happy new year. I believe you had a very fantastic Christmas, because I also did, with my family and my friends. And yeah, inshallah and God willingly, we will do amazing and we will be fine. I mean, if we were good and saw the end of 2022, nothing can scare us anymore. I feel like this was one of those years that was not for the weak. By God's grace, we made it. And I'm so blessed and glad to have you all here. I remember I started this channel early in April, and this is December. I love the growth. Yeah, I know I had to put in work and some days was not easy, but thank you so much, all of you that subscribed, or those who come and watch without subscribing. But please, could you subscribe? Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what we have there, what is it gonna be, because you know, if there's one thing I've learned in life, it's to take each day like as it comes. Take life as it comes, because child, this place has taught me so many things. So I'll see you next year. I hope you're enjoying the holidays. No matter what your year has been, do not lose faith. I mean, whatever it was, whether it was good or bad, use it to your advantage. You can make it a better year next year. And other than that, I love you so much. I'll see you next year. Bye.